Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Thanksgivings were awesome, and I really hope that you had a fantastic holiday weekend going into this new weekend here with family and fun and friends and football and all that kind of good stuff. We did have another video across 3,000 likes, which now only puts us 10 away from the Glitch Chaos Run, which I am looking forward to. I know a lot of other people are as well. And speaking of awesome, here's your awesome artwork of the day submitted by Moderate Mac a couple days ago on this Invicta subreddit. And oh my goodness, this is definitely one of those ones that goes right up to the top as far as my favorite ones. It has that lovely old school Metallica-esque type style, pushhead style. So Moderate Mac, if you want to get in touch with me on the subreddit and submit it for the Mosh Pit offices, I would gladly hang that up. Thank you very much. Go check out the full resolution on this Invicta subreddit /r/Invicta. Let's hop on in and get this Friday rocking and rolling. We got the D and Fizzle in 2020, but god awful. Damn, oh my goodness. 1 Tango 893 Lima Foxtrot Charlie. Good lord, man. Well, I mean, we got 2020 and we do have the D Infinity, but yeah, our DPS is a little bit lacking. I mean, it is to be expected whenever you got 2020, obviously, because you know you want to you come to expect bad damage or bad DPS anyway. But what you don't want to expect is that coupled with like really bad tiers. And that's what we're seeing right now. Is you just see me use the D12 there, thanks to the D Infinity. D12 early on could be very good. Same thing goes for the D6. I don't know if the D8 would. I mean, well, let's put it this way. I do know that the D8 would be a bad idea. The D8 is just all kinds of bad. We do have a half-price Soul Heart in here, which I would happily take, but for the most part, yeah, not the greatest start. But obviously with 2020, we do have a little bit of potential for balling out of control. We just got to get a lot of damage upgrades if we can. See right here, we're just struggling with just basic flies, and this is the Plus Ultra room where I had that pretty infamous clip of me a couple of years ago on, I think it was Samson, where we basically just dodged everything and their mother while having no damage, and we were able to do it again. So pretty happy about that. We are going to get a roll with either the D6 or the D12 after Dingle here, assuming we don't die. But we gotta be real cautious here. Obviously, with the D20, the biggest thing that we want right now is just going to be tiers. We want tiers. Or not D20, sorry, 2020. We want tiers. We want a tiers rate upgrade. 1.97 is just absolute trash. The damage upgrades will hopefully come in time, but right now, it's going to be more quantity over quality in terms of how many tiers we're able to fire, rather than the amount of damage that we're dealing. I know that sounds a little bit backwards for DPS, but you know, it's just how it goes. That's why Eden is so much of a pure test of skill in Isaac, in my opinion anyway, just because you do have to kind of adapt on the fly, and we get some shot speed. All right, shot speed and HP. We can use the D6, or we can go in for another D20 roll. I think we should probably try to just D6 this. Let's just D6 this away. Yep. Do not want anything else in here except the Soul Heart, and yeah, I think we're just gonna head on down. So we do have one bomb. We could look for the secret room. It's kind of tough to know where it is, though. It could be there. It could be at the very end of the skinny curse room. Could also be there as well. I could just bomb this judgment, but based on this whole room is pointing to this wall. We'll head on down. Curse the Unknown. So we do have a Hermit card, which would allow us to at least get out of a challenge room should we so desire to do so. But while we're getting through the second floor here, we'll go back to last week's question of the episode, of course, last Friday, which was the Fast Pass to Victory episode, where I basically, like, I don't know if Alex has ever seen Fifth Element before, but when I was like thinking like of a title for that episode, I was like, Fast Pass, Multi-Pass, Lilu. Yeah, I think sounds good. I mean, Fifth Element was one of those films that like I really didn't like the first time I saw it, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. The spider web is what screwed us there. Yeah, I didn't really understand the Fifth Element when I first saw it. I mean, I was also like pretty young too, so I was just like, I don't know. I know the actors and actresses, but like I don't know what the heck's going on in this story. But I've since obviously like Fifth Element's become like a cult classic almost, which is insane. Because the video, I mean the movie's not that old. But yeah, I was like, yeah, we got to do something Fifth Element. We haven't done, I don't think we've done anything Fifth Element in the history of the channel. So obviously we have this bomb here. We can get Crack the Skizzle. Is Crack the Skizzle better than actually no, we could D12 this room. That would actually be a better use. I'm gonna try not to destroy a whole lot of rocks with this bomb. Yeah, we get our bomb back anyway. So Crack the Skizzle is going to at least allow us to destroy any boss. But that is a good room. Yeah, fine. That is a good room to D12 here. So anyway, let's go back to stay on the topic on hand. Last week's question of the episode, which was simply, what was the last good deed you did for a stranger? Spread some positivity and share your stories with the Mosh Pit. I was feeling good that day because I just opened a door for an old lady, but she was very grateful and she was kind of surprised that someone would do that. So I felt good. Wanted to kind of share the energy, share the vibe, all that kind of good stuff. And the most upvoted comment came in from dude. I know we're not that slow, but like this is getting these little chip shots here are already getting a little much. The top most upvoted. All right, brain, time to rewire. Let's rewire here. You know how to speak. You literally have done this for over a decade. Let's try this again, but very slowly. The top most upvoted comment from last week's episode came in from DNA4063, who said, donated to a beggar, and then in parentheses said Isaac reference with a bunch of question marks. Second most upvoted comment came in from Mayday, who wrote a very, very, very long comment, who simply said, I work in retail pharmacy, and this woman's card kept being declined. She was trying to buy a pregnancy test. I had the money, so I just tapped my own card. She thanked me and went on her way. I think that laid the karma for me, because last week a woman was at the register, and I joked on how I was going broke because I was taking my dog to the vet. She gave me a lot of words of encouragement, a hug, and then handed me $50 to go towards the vet bill. With how expensive the bill was, I really needed to. Karma comes around eventually. You just got to be patient. That's a very awesome story, Mayday. And last but not least, we had Christian, who said, I taught a new player how to play a video game and carried him through a few ranks so he could get a head start. That was very awesome. I love hearing that positivity. And yeah, I like to hear more stories like that. One thing I'd like to stop seeing is like this game just pulling the schmoovs of all schmoovs in the first 2 floors of this run. That'd be really cool. Like, if we could just stop seeing that happen, but we're just gonna keep on just happening. I guess that's just the type of run that we're gonna be seeing today, Isaac. Because my God, we have seen some incredible, legendary schmoovs already in this run, and I'm already over it. Oh, the irony of reading positive comments and then getting quite annoyed at everything else that's happening in game. Leave it to Isaac. That is Isaac in a nutshell. Ruining the fun times and positivity with with it just being itself. Unfortunately, we don't have any sacrifice room here. There's no reason for us to go into the shop right now. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to. Okay, so if we end up somehow getting 2 cents, we can get a roll with a D20. So we need 2 cents. Okay. Now, why is the D20 important? Well, it's kind of important because there's a plan that I have in mind with the Queen of Hearts. Now, this is assuming that I'm able to get more than, like, say, 1 heart. So before I put this elaborate plan into action, I just want to see this. Is it possible? Okay. So that's definitely enough hearts for us to take a good, strong roll with the D20 in there. Okay, so we're gonna go to the D20. and then roll all those hearts. There's probably some other stuff I could drop in here, but I don't care. Okay, so we get another roll. Now we can roll the D12 and get some more rocks in this. I'm definitely down for it. We got a judgment. We can play the judgment if I wanted to, or we can just bomb it. Might as well bomb it just for resources. You know, that kind of screws over our D12. We'll play a little bit, but that's okay. We go for the D12. We got another tinted rock. Okay. And we get more bombs. Not the ideal situation there, but hey, at least we got more than we put in. You're seeing here that we do have spectral tears now thanks to Ouija board. Now we can get this chest, which might have the super secret room here, but I'd be surprised. Now we get lots of money. So now we have enough to buy a premium item inside of the store. We could also roll the store for a full charge for the D6 and then re-roll Crack the Sky. Got another couple of bombs here, which allows us to get another nickel. Okay. So we went from the game schmooving all over us to now we're really, really taking the game to task. Like you've unlocked the beast. The demon has awoken game. I'm going to take a risk here because I don't have enough money to re-roll stuff right now. I was kind of really hoping that we were going to roll into a full charge. It was kind of a stretch, but that's okay. And now money is even more important because we have Steam sale. Yeah, so yeah, hold on to your butts, game, because we're going to make you pay that bill. And we also have Emperor's Strength. Yeah, give me the stars card. So after the devil deal, we are down to 1 HP here. But, again, big-time plays with the D12 and the D and Fizzle made that happen. And, you know, sometimes your brain just got to wake up, you know. And rage will do that to you. There's a tinted rock in here. It's right there, the bottom one. Double soul heart. Okay. Now, we don't just want to rip the stars card right now. We want to save it for going into a challenge room or getting to a room that's like just quite annoying. This one can be annoying if you don't know how to fire diagonally, especially if you just have like really just doo-doo damage like we do right now. I'm happy that we at least got a tears up from Ouija board, but man, oh man. All right, so we have a D12 charge, and there's no D12. There's no D12 possibilities in here, and our movement speed is very, 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 very not great. This is going to be one of those runs where we're just going to have to make things happen. We just gotta work with what the game gives us. Hard to keep track of the shots here that we land on a target thanks to 2020. You have the Petrified Poop, which is going to help us out a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at that. Getting some money back here, and that's exactly what we want and need. You see there that the sort of, well, you've already seen it once today in this episode, but you see the sort of propulsion that the clown physics love to do for us whenever you've got 2020 and even any shot speed remotely over 1.0. Yeah, this is the reason why this room is annoying is not because the enemies are dangerous, but it's because of the way that they just float around. Again, you got to take your time. We talk about, you know, controlling your outgoing damage, all that kind of stuff. This is an excellent room to D12. I'm just going to do it right now because, yeah. We're just going to do it right now. There's a tinted rock here, and as well as a blue fire. Yeah, we got a soul heart out of that. Now, you might be asking yourselves, why don't you just re-roll? It's still a possibility for us to re-roll, but the thing is that our base stats are so bad that I am worried about what we would re-roll into. Now, again, we could use the D Infinity to go for the D8. Problem is that the D8 is usually quite trash. Oh, there's a death button up there. I didn't even realize it. Okay, we got a Soul of Isaac now. Hang on a second. Now, the Soul of Isaac is going to give us a reroll for a pedestal. Okay, Mom's Key is going to be good here, obviously. We want keys. We want a Soul Heart. I will take the half-price sack as well. And we'll bomb this Keeper. And we made 2 cents on it. Okay. So, assuming that we bought a half-price bomb, I mean. So, what we need to do now is we need to get a Devil Deal. I still think that... And yes, I know we haven't been into the... We haven't been into the item room yet because I'm still looking for, like, a challenge room to just kind of, like... to skip. But if we end up getting a deal with the Devil, we could certainly make... We can make the Soul of Isaac be way more valuable than like it currently is, which is right now, we'd only be using it on the item room and that's it. Or we could hold on to the Soul of Isaac until we actually do get a Devil Deal. Yeah, let's see. I really can't do anything with that. Okay, we get Fallen, which is technically not a Devil Deal, but is going to be a Devil Deal item. But this is going to be a dangerous fight here with us having, again, this lack of damage and lack of tears. Have to use basically all of our bombs. We can handle one Fallen. We should anyway. As of course it does that. A little Baden, which is not great. Man, Bloody Gust. I like Bloody Gust here, but we have to at least see what the reroll would be here. We do not want the missing page number 2. Yeah, Incubus. Incubus is just going to be flat out better than Bloody Gust here. I love Bloody Gust, don't get me wrong. It is a great item, but it is not necessarily going to be what we want. I will take Little Abaddon here as well, just to give us, again, a little bit of extra damage here, but obviously Incubus is going to be what we're going to be playing for. We go for another D12 roll in here. I don't think that that's really worth it. And we don't really need to save the key, so I'm gonna just go in here. All right. Well, I think the D6 roll is in order. Well, at least we're getting a bunch of, I say a bunch, but at least we're getting some spacebar items out of the way, so. All right. All right. Now, could we go use the stars card and see if there's a challenge room on this floor? Yeah, I mean, we could, but we're not. First, the maze. Now the real question becomes, when do we get to the point of we have to reroll? And by reroll, I mean do a full character reroll. It's a good question, which I'm not prepared to answer right now because I've got to concentrate on not getting schmooved upon and dying in this room. If we get to a certain point where it's just like, okay, the game is just not going to give us anything in terms of stats, then we're going to be forced to either do a character reroll of stats with the D8 or possibly the D100 if we really want to get wacky with it. But again, I'm hesitant right now to do that because our base stats are just so low. They're very, very, very low. Now, what I will say about that point is that, yes, our base stats are very low. It is true. However, our base damage stat is low because of 2020. If we roll off of 2020, then we will get a true sense of what our base damage would be, which at 2.13 damage after 2020, it's probably going to be like 2.8. Something like that, maybe a little bit less. So I wouldn't get your hopes up of our damage being like incredible. But we also don't know what the D20 or what the D4, D100 would give us if we end up re-rolling our stats anyway. So there's a tinted rock in this room. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's currently unreachable anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The shop is going to be a big portion of help here, especially if we end up getting a restock machine or, you know, again, with us having the Steam sale is going to be pretty integral in helping us, and we get a greed fight. All right. Yep. So in case if you were full after yesterday's episode, well, Now guess what? We're taking a stat diet here. This is certainly a Black Friday indeed, which is not a holiday. In fact, it's one of the dumbest things to exist, I think. Not a fan of Black Friday. I mean, if you take advantage of the shopping deals, I guess, but I've never been a big shopper, man. Like, I really haven't. If I see something I want, like, I'll usually just go buy it. Like, I'm not like, well, we gotta wait for a sale or something. Like, I don't want to buy anything extravagant, but it's just like, yeah, I need a new pair of pants, or I need a new like pair of shoes, or like something practical, or like, you know, yeah, there's a new Pokemon set I'll probably end up buying. But yo, can I just see what's in that room game? Because right now we still haven't found our item room. I've just never been big into shopping. Like I've seen some people and know some people who treat shopping like it's a luxury. Like it's a leisure activity, not luxury. And I'm just like, man. So going out and like to the mall and like looking, like hunting for deals and stuff, like that's like relaxing. I mean, like I'm not gonna sit here and try to shame people like that. I mean, that's, you know, hey, do what you want. But to me, that's just not relaxing at all. If I go to the mall for whatever reason, there's got to be a very good reason why I'm going to the mall. Otherwise, I am not there, or any shopping center for that matter. I'm just not a big shopper. Never have been, never will be, and I'm honestly fine with that. Man, but I've got family members who are just like they will get up at like 6 a.m., maybe even earlier, just to go shopping on Black Friday, and I'm like, y'all crazy. Speaking of crazy, we still have not found our item room yet. So Abba Dabba Ding Dong is going to be our top DPSer here, other than Incubus, obviously. Could D12 that room, and we are still on the hunt for our item room. So needless to say, boss rush is not going to happen. We'll be lucky if we live through this run at this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Tired of messing with y'all. And people do be like getting wild out there on Black Friday. Like, I don't like watching a lot of the rage videos, or like, you know, people behaving badly. It doesn't leave a good feeling in my stomach, in my brain, in my heart, to see people just like running over people, arguing, shouting at one another over some freaking Barbie doll or something. Like, it displays just all the worst traits of people, and I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me really not uncomfortable, but I just don't like it. It's just like watching, like, you know, like people on talk shows just yell at each other, or politicians for that matter. It's just like, it's just people being ugly to one another, and I can't stand it. It's just really dumb, in my opinion. Use the stars card here, and boy howdy, Play-Doh cookie. All right. There is a Soul of Cain that we can use to get into the Ultra Secret room, if we can find it at this point. Yeah, seeing all those videos of people just, you know, they're it's assault. Like, they're assaulting people for like an Elmo doll or something. I'm like, man, this is just sad. It really is sad to me, anyway. I mean, some people might look at it and be like, oh, like, you know, it's just people being stupid. I was like, yeah, it is people being stupid, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit there and watch it. If I want to see people being stupid and laugh, then like I'll watch like a fails video or something like that. I don't want to watch people just shouting and yelling at each other. Get a little Chad. All right, so it's now clear that the game is not going to give us any stats. If you don't have any stat ups by floor 4, yeah, I mean, unless this devil deal is just something that is just unreal, like ungodly good, we have to re-roll at this point. So I'm going to take a little Chad, just because I am fully anticipating now that there will be a full character re-roll. The Ultra Secret room's got to be south of this big room. That's the only place that makes sense for it. And it's not. Ooh boy. All right. 2.13 damage. We need some HP, so guess what we get to do now with our 68 cents? Yep. I mean, if we take stock of items that are currently doing nothing for us right now, booster pack, Steam sale, Mom's Key, Little Chad, sack of pennies. When I say nothing, I mean they're not giving us any stats or any sort of reprieve as far as damage or anything goes, right? Little Abaddon, we're still using his attack. Incubus, we're still using his attack. Stem Cells at least gives us shot speed. 2020 actively hurts our damage, but we get the multi-shot, right? And then, of course, Ouija board gives us a Tears Up. Now, all these trinkets are great in all game, but, like, we can get, like, I don't know. I mean, we could use M to hunt for Genesis. Okay, we got 1 soul heart for 41 cents. The Stars card. Oh, I guess we can find out where the Ultra Secret Room is. We get the body, which is going to give us some much-needed HP. The problem is that we're probably going to end up still re-rolling anyway. I'm still not taking Play-Doh Cookie. Unless I know that we're without a shadow of a doubt we're going to re-roll, which I still feel like we probably are. But I think you can see what's coming in here now. Again, we could go hunting for something more than the D Infinity with M, but I don't think that at this point it is worth it. Because we would have to really, really, really hope that we get Genesis or something like that. And we are definitely in full struggle bus mode here. Luck upgrade. I am going to take the luck upgrade. Bomb the slot machine, so we have more stuff on the ground. The IV bag gives us a way to create more HP in there, and then also leaves us with an item pedestal that we can use to re-roll with the D6. Obviously, we're not going to use the D6, and then we're going to use the 20 first, and then we'll see if we re-roll into a full charge. Right now, we got to go collect all these red hearts, so it's going to be a process. It is definitely a process. We're working off all those Thanksgiving calories, that's for sure. But again, as I said at the beginning of last floor, this is going to be, or maybe it was this floor. I mean, it was almost 10 minutes ago at this point. This is going to be one of those runs where we're going to have to make things happen on our own because the game is very quite clearly not going to give it to us. So we got to make it give it to us. Eat Twanky. The golden bomb. Okay. Remember, we still have Mom's Key, which is good because this is going to provide even more junk on the ground for us. Problem is that we don't have a full charge anymore. So this might be our only roll that we have in this room. Hearts and hearts. All right. Well, we definitely want money. I would like a couple of bombs, but we can get... There we go. This will turn into a soul heart now. Cardio coins, kind of whatever. Then what we can do is hopefully roll all of these into soul hearts. Because it was a greed fight in this floor, so yeah. So we're going to use the Ace of Hearts. Let me grab one more. Use the Ace of Hearts, turn everything in here into hearts, and hopefully get soul hearts. Got one soul heart. Let's turn the rest of this into money. Might as well. Now we could also go down to 1 heart and go into the boss trap room, but at this point I don't know if I really want to do that because We need... I mean, we would need to get something else other than like just basic HP. There we go. So we're up to 90 cents now. It didn't cost us anything except the full charge on the D Infinity. I'm not going to take Play-Doh Cookie. Well, I guess we should if we're... I'm still not convinced that we're not going to re-roll. It's almost 30 minutes and we're on Flooded Caves 2. This is what having to do everything you can looks like in Repentance. Some people really, really like Play-Doh Cookie. I'm not one of those people. Fire Mine just... Oh yeah, I goofed that up. Fire Mine just completely ruins the item for me. Actually worked out in our favor because those bombs couldn't slide over on the under the spikes, so... Don't remember if we can get this golden chest or not. We cannot, but the super secret might be here. All right, and after a very long and very extensive floor 4, we are finally ready to go to the next floor. Ooh, yeah, there's still no way of getting that tinted rock, unfortunately. Love to, but hey, at least we have a lot of HP. We worked very hard to get this HP. It costs us a lot of time and money, but you know what? Gosh darn it. People like me, and that's okay. Now, if we focus purely on the strategery of, yeah, we'll take the guys. If we look at the strategery on a whole of this run, one thing we cannot afford is take bad damage like we just did. I'm going to use a bomb to get that half heart back. I think we need to save this Dagaz rune in case we do get a curse. No, it's not worth one chest. So here's the bottom line. The bottom line comes down to this. If we do not get a double deal on this floor or significant damage up on this floor, we will have to re-roll before Mom. Now, the one turd in the punch bowl about this is that if we re-roll into something horrible, we're going to be in lots of trouble against Mom. I'm not going to use the D100. I think the D100 is just it's just too much of a flight risk at this point. The D8 obviously is out of the question, unless if under extreme need. I don't think the D8 is a solution here. You're better off with the D100. The D4 is most likely what will be hopefully saving us. And I say D4, but like it just comes down to the D Infinity. Excuse me. Did that shot go slow enough to where we backed into it? Okay. All right, listen up. This is Super Greed, brain. This is Super Greed. Literally not a tough fight. Good Lord, man. We are just getting lit up on this run. This is the struggle bus of struggle buses that we've seen in quite a while. Yeah, right there you just saw the Fire Mine proc from Play-Doh Cookie. Apparently there were still a couple of spiders behind us. Did not notice because I was looking at the white skulls. This is definitely one of those runs where people either turn it off because it's so bad it's unwatchable, or they are just absolutely enthused by it. They're captivated by it. Just the sheer amount of bad. That's what these runs produce here. Pisces, which gives us a tears up, which is fine. The problem is that with Pisces is that the knockback does not really work with bad damage necessarily. Again, that's not the product of Pisces' fault. That's not Pisces' fault at all. In fact, that is the Isaac Clown physics that we like to call it. We have to find the store. We at least know that the store is not bad because we fought and lost to Super Greed, basically. But now is crunch time. We need to pick up as many passive items as possible because we are going to have to reroll on this run. Okay, good. I will take Pokego. And might as well buy this for 5 bombs. Arrow cloth, even though these are only going to roll between other shop items of the D4. Yep. Should wait. We should wait on re-rolling past full charges, though. The batteries are going to be pretty important. In case we get a really, really bad re-roll, we can just re-roll out of it. Full charges are going to be needed here. Oh my goodness. There is a mom's key chest right there. That's the thing of beauty right there. I'm looking for the Fool card right now just so we can get out of the mom fight and then really concentrate on re-rolling. Now, there's a downside to that. The downside of getting the Fool card now and beating mom now is the fact that if we do get a good Devil Deal item, then we basically can't re-roll. What? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask questions anymore. On this run, there's all kinds of wackiness going on. We got things exploding randomly left and right. We do get Bookworm here, which is gonna help us out a little bit. No clue where that tinted skull is unless we've seen it and I just didn't notice it, which is definitely possible. But more likely than not, it's just in the final room that we haven't been into. Or we've missed it somewhere. All right. Great D12 room in here. Yep. No, we haven't used the D12 on this floor, so we wouldn't have re-rolled. Could re-roll that and get that chest and bomb in there too, so. The D12, I gotta ask you, why'd you put those Eternal Flies in our way there, bud? What's up with that, bud? I'm gonna go in the curse room because hell, why not at this point? And we are still looking for that tinted skull. Oh, my mistake. We're only on Necropolis 1. What am I talking about? Necropolis 2. It's 34 minutes and we're on Necropolis 1. I swear to the life of everything that I thought we were on Depths 2. Silly me. Woo! Yeah, that turkey hangover is hitting hard today. It's I don't know what fantasy land I was living in. Depths 2 by 34 minutes. Well, at least for those of you who decided to stay at home and not go out and shop and be exposed to Black Friday insanity, you're on a different level of insanity here. Cat of Nine Tails, it is a damage up, a significant one of that. I'm not going to take it, however, and I'll explain in a moment. Yeah, and that's the reason why. Because now we absolutely know that we are going to re-roll this run. It is 100% guarantee. The only question is, how are we going to do it? I am going to take both of these. There's no reason for us to play anything else right now. I mean, we could get, I guess, a good Devil Deal here, but we're going to wait a Cat of Nine Tails because we know we're going to re-roll. Justice card at least gives us a couple of extra taps in here. I really should have waited until we had a full charge before we went in here, but I was just so surprised by the fact that it was still Necropolis 1 that I just sent it. All right, so we're going to go buy the full charge, I should say, and re-roll this god-awful run and see what else we can get. because we're now at the stage of we need to do anything we can. Yep. Any pill lovers out there? Demon Baby. Got a Tears Up, a 0.08 Tears Up because we have Hemolacria. Okay. Did get 9 lives, however, which is kind of nice. Oh, we also have Pound of Flesh too, and no more rerolls right now. All right. Well, we're gonna be with this run for a little bit anyway. I have to hold on to the guys because I have a feeling I know what's coming next. We'll be at least ready for it. I am gonna have to take Cat of Ninetails. Obviously, we do have shielded tears, but man, it's an improvement, but I wouldn't say it's that much better improvement. So we're going to hold on to the Gaz rune. All right. We can't be skipping all rooms now, brain. Because remember, we need to have full charges so we can re-roll this run. Now, one positive here is that, other than D-Bizzle, of course, is the fact that we do have options. We've got options here, which means that we're going to at least get a double item room on this floor, meaning that with the D-Infinity, if it all else fails, we can at least roll a double item pedestal on this. Oh yeah, we have options. Well, we have the other options. That allows us to at least have a guaranteed double item reroll, which is good. Probably let D-Bizzle pick those up. Let's go see what our double item pedestal is. Another Blood Puppy and Mom's Eye. And there goes our full charge. All right. I guess we could take... Oh, do we? Oh, no. You know we have jumper cables. What that is. I guess we could take another Blood Puppy, I suppose. And then re-roll. Isaac's Heart, Birthright, Ludo Brimstone. We also have Lord of the Pit, which is nice. Somehow our tears rate got even worse. Not that it really matters with Ludo, obviously, but damage is, and yeah, like I was saying at the beginning of the Eden, well, I say Eden run, but at the beginning of this run, our base damage is so low that even with the absence of 2020, it's not going to matter that much. You have to remember we also lost 9 lives, so keep that in mind. Yeah, this is a whole level of no thank you. Oh yeah, we have Isaac's Heart. Oh yeah, we have Isaac's Heart. Gonna regret doing that. Well, at the very least, we can put away a lot of money. Wait, we have restock. We can, at the very least, put a lot of money in our donation machine. Or I could take Hollow Ground because it is technically an angel item. So, I mean, Eucharist. Was that a 17-cent Eucharist? Hang on. It is 17 cents. Why is it half price? I guess it's just randomly half price because we don't have Steam sale. We don't have the coupon. Okay. Okay, man. Okay. Okay. So we need 11 cents for the Eucharist. Still would love to get a full charge so we can at least get another reroll here. We can fight Mom now, but do we really want to fight it with Isaac's heart? I don't think so. Gonna be a no from me there, coach. I know the secret room's to the left of there. We can get into the secret room, or into the curse room for free. And we're doing this purely out of need of a full charge at this point. There are spiders in here. All right. The full charge, but no money, of course. Could go grab those golden hearts, I get. Well, there is a quarter, but I was trying to save the quarter for a reroll. But I'm just going to take it now. All right. So let's go get that Eucharist. And then I really don't want to fight mom with Isaac's heart. As you can tell, my brain power is not there today. Also, we already have goat head, so we don't technically even need Eucharist yet. Our damage went up from Eve's Mascara. Also, Divine Intervention, Death's Touch, Backstabber. Okay, so this is a little bit more promising now. At least we have damage. I say we go buy Eucharist and then fight Mom and then see where that gets us. Because the Eucharist is going to give us a guaranteed angel deal. At this point, we cannot afford to get rid of any HP. We could go get the blanket as well, but we would have to destroy all those hearts. All those golden hearts, I mean. Yeah, let's just fight Mom. Give me Blue Mom. So at least Jacob's Ladder, Piercing Shots, Death's Touch. I mean, this is the best run that we've had so far. We're not going to lamb on this. We'd be lucky if we lived through this. We had Scapular that we'll take. We get the Seraphim transformation, which does give us flying now. And some HP, so it's good. We come back in here and just absolutely own this place. I mean, Backstabber and Death's Touch. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I really would like, if we could, I would love to get the blanket. I'm pretty sure we can get it now, actually. Yeah, we definitely can. Okay. Because that is going to give us that's going to give us a soul heart as well. You'd save that Dagaz rune. I still think the Dagaz rune is going to be more valuable. Well, maybe not, because it's unlikely that we're going to get another. Even if we get a Curse of Blind at this point, we can just reroll out of it. So I'm just going to use the Dagaz rune now for the soul heart. We'll go back here. We'll go grab the blanket, and then finally, after almost 44 minutes, we're ready to go down to the womb. All right. This is a self-made run here. We have done everything that we can. We're definitely starting to thrive now. Well, I think thrive might be a little extreme here. We're definitely living through this run for now. Now the question is, are we going to re-roll again? Honestly, we still might. We might. Okay, I'm going to use the world card now. I'm going to go straight to the boss. I mean, we are now at the point at the path of least resistance, I think, in this run. We have Euthanasia as well, which I didn't realize. Wait, do we have Euthanasia? Yeah, we do. Can this run beat everything? Yes. Do we have any secret room items? That is something I don't know. I think game-breaking bug might count as a secret room item. The reason why that's relevant is because we do not want to roll into Missing No or TM Trainer. Oh my goodness. And now we are absolutely not going to do anything. Although we can bomb Uriel here. Or Gabriel. Gabriel? Yeah. We can bomb Gabriel here, and then, yeah, you know, we just reroll this. And we get another little Delirium. Or Delirious, I should say. Okay, so we're going to be fine eventually here. Thanks to the D Infinity. I mean, it comes down to the D Infinity on this run. Everything hinged around that. It was the D Infinity and all the leftovers you can think about. Because, man, we had to do some serious game theorizing and strategy on this run. To a level that really you don't get to see that often. Because normally I'm just like, oh, you know, monologue, boss, monologue. Oh, hey, did you hear about this game? Monologue. And, you know, at the risk of sounding too formulaic, I know that we're much more than that here, and I don't. That's one thing that I'm gonna work on next year for 2024. And I've talked about resolutions before, but you know, people say you gotta be kinder to yourself. Me specifically, and I mean I like making fun of myself. If you can't make fun of yourself, then you know what can you make fun of? You gotta be able to laugh at yourself. And I know my tendencies. I know my good and my bad. This year, 2023 was the year that I was going to take my health more seriously, and look where that got us. I mean, technically, that's not true because I have lost over 30 pounds. I've been very slowly improving my physical health. You know, I think that no. Okay. Yeah, I think everything comes in due time whenever you improve your physical health. So I think that as far as that is concerned, mission accomplished for 2023. I know the sheer irony of the cough and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you ain't the healthiest tool in the shed. It's like, well, I understand that. But compared to where I was at the beginning of 2023, I'm much better off. Losing a lot of weight, and you know, just eating. I don't want to say eating better, just eating less. Eating less bad things has definitely helped out a lot. You know, still struggling with sleep, yada yada yada. We all know the story, but for next year, for 2024, definitely. You know, a lot of people want to hear me be just a little bit kinder to myself, and I understand. Yeah, this run's great. Who would have ever had a problem with this run? Who would ever thought that we'd be done with this run under an hour? Sacred Hizzle really helped us out, but again, it comes back to the D Infinity. The D Infinity made all this possible. Like all of it. Without the D Infinity, we don't get Eucharist, we don't get anything. Sure. Take Perfection. We have the D6. We have hopefully a teleport to Blue Baby with the Hermit card. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Do we have Chaos or something? Man, oh man, we didn't even take Sacred Orb, and we're still getting these insanely good items, including Anima Sola. And we are over here. All right, well, we can't win them all, right? Yeah, man, this run just got turned upside down, and we're loving life now. This run was definitely one for the ages, that's for sure. At the beginning stages, anyway. Welcome back, Play-Doh Cookie. It's been quite the while since we've seen a run take what 40 some odd minutes, almost. for us to get to Mom. Or no, it was over that. I think it was over 40 minutes before we finally got to Mom. Been a bit. We're getting all kinds of chests here, left and right, thanks to, I'm guessing, perfection. Friend zone here, which does not give us Beelzebub. Get a Joker card. Might as well. Yep. Imperfection just giving us all these extra chests, and I ain't gonna argue with it. But you know, where the hell was all this stuff at the beginning of this run here, game? Yeah, we get number 1 now. We actually get a Tears Up. Oh my goodness! It's a Christmas miracle. It's a post Thanksgiving miracle. Also, that is a post Thanksgiving Sinvicta full clear, just to keep up the meme. You know, that's just how it goes. But, yeah, we're going to eventually get through this one, everyone. And, you know, I hope everyone's holiday was awesome. Hope your holiday weekends are awesome as well and going off to a great start. If you'd like to make my holiday weekend start off great, then click the like button. Or if you just simply enjoy these videos, make sure you click that like button. Remember, we're only 10 away now from the Glitch Chaos run, the all blind items, all chaos, plus Glitch Crown run, which is going to be absolute insanity on the YouTube save file as well, which is going to be even more insanity. So I'm looking forward to that one. If there's if there's ever a time for the zaniness to definitely get the better of me, now's going to be it. So thank you for watching, everyone. Your question of the episode is going to be, what did you think of the D Infinity on this episode? What are your thoughts on the D Invisible? Is it one of the best dice items in the game? Is it the best dice item in the game? Or is it something that you just don't even mess with and try to get something better? Post them in the comments down below. Have a great start, everyone, to your Fridays. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Sampudu, Robbie Balderas, and Seven Fangs. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.